Hello, everybody. This is Tyrell from the Nosebleeds, and this is my first upload in 6 months. Dealing with a lot of personal things personally, and just now getting situated. This whiteboard behind me, gonna start using that for videos in the near future, especially when I start doing the NFL predictions. Definitely gonna be using that whiteboard to break down things. But this is not what this video is about today. I'm gonna try to keep it short and simple and to the point. And the point is, I am so tired of the Kobe slander. See, this has been going on for far too long. This has been going on for years. It is just now reaching to the point where people are starting to realize that this is a thing. And people are paying attention to the fact that this is a thing. But this has been going on for at least 2 to 3 years. And it's only amplified. And the disrespect on not even one of the, in most cases, the greatest to ever lace up shoes for a basketball court. So most people go MJ. Most people go LeBron. They go MJ, Kobe, LeBron, whatever the order is. But what is making me decide to get off this 6-month hiatus is one is it's time. And I've been preparing some videos and or some ideas for some videos on top of getting ready to prepare for the NFL preview. But Bleacher Report, which has lost all credibility to me for at least almost a decade now, with their crappy rankings and their bias reporting, their crap website that still runs like it's 2012. In a lot of cases, their crap app. Can't stand Bleacher Report, but they're backed by Turner Network. They're backed by them, by Warner Brothers, whatever you want to call them. They're backed by them. They're not going nowhere. They released their, top 20 list and put Kobe at 11. Kobe Bean Bryant at 11. Not number 4 or 5. Not even 8 or 9. Not in the top 10. Just on the outskirts. Kobe Bean Bryant, the same person that in the dead ball era was putting up multiple 40-point games, was averaging 40-point plus points per game. The same Kobe that has finished in the top 5 for most assists by a shooting guard in league history. The same Kobe that when people said that he can't win without Shaq, won 2 without Shaq. Or the same Kobe that a lot of times helped carry Shaq. I wouldn't say carry, but when Shaq was having an off night, Kobe picked up the slack. See, Jordan had Pippen. And LeBron had every all-star in the 2010s. Okay. Pippen is always regarded as Jordan's Robin. As Jordan's Robin, I've seen it where Dwayne Wade or Anthony Davis or Kyrie Irving were LeBron's Robins. Whoever has referred Kobe to Shaq's Robin? Because last time I checked, it was Superman and Batman on that same court. And last time I checked, Batman and Superman are equals. One got super strength, one got super smarts. And either one of those guys can take each other down with their own weaknesses. They know each other's weaknesses. They can tear each other apart. But they work together, they're unstoppable. This narrative that Kobe is not top 10 needs to stop. The disrespect by Gilbert, by T-Mac, by LeBron James, it needs to stop. You young NBA Twitter fans, with your disrespect, it needs to stop. You young NBA fans don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Y'all don't. Y'all don't know greatness in front of y'all eyes. Y'all don't. And I'm not going to sit here and go on this whole soapbox or how I truly feel about LeBron James and all this other crap. I'm not going to get into that today. I'm not. But he's no Kobe. He's no Michael. He's no Bird. He's no Magic. He's no Duncan. He's no Shaq. He's no Stephen Curry. We have torn down Kobe Bryant and winning so much for what? To justify another man's shortcomings? To elevate a man who calls himself a king when he has a losing record in the finals? When time and time again he made excuses to why he couldn't deliver on the biggest stages? Why he couldn't deliver? Like, seriously? Let's stop pretending here. I've always said this, and my friends can vouch for me. The Witness game is one of the best performances I've ever seen. But LeBron don't have that Witness game without Ben Wallace being up in that paint. Ben Wallace stays in Detroit, they probably lose again to the Pistons. In Game 6, which I went back and rewatched, LeBron choked. And he had 20 points. He went 3 for 11 shooting. He was inefficient throughout the entire game. And LeBron did the same thing that he did in his early days that he actually do now, which is I got to do what I got to do to get inside and dunk the ball. Now, LeBron has developed a little bit of a mid-range game, whatever it may be, and got the three-point shot. That's all improved since 2007. I won't deny it. But he's still not a great, he's a slasher. He's a slasher. He uses his brute strength and athleticism to score points. That's what he does. But Game 6, 2007, he carried that team. Boobie Gibson scored 31 and showed up in the fourth quarter when it mattered most. That game was going to Game 7 without Daniel Gibson. Go back and watch it. The game is online. It's on YouTube. I seen him choke in the finals multiple times. Dallas Warriors 3 times. I've seen him literally back away from Kevin Durant in multiple games, in multiple NBA finals, and go guard Steph Curry or go guard Draymond Green. But when Kevin Durant was ready to challenge him, he backed away. That's y'all GOAT. So now we have resorted to tearing down Kobe Bean Bryant. Mind you, we waited. Not we. I'm not putting myself in that category. They have waited till this man was good and dead to do this. They weren't talking like this when he was alive. The only person who was talking like this was ESPN with their stupid ranking. And they did that based off of Kobe Bryant being out of his prime and dealing with the injuries. And even then, you had people sticking up for Kobe Bryant saying, oh, hell no. Nah. But now we doing this. Tracy McGrady. Did you win a playoff series as the guy? Because I don't think so. And you did not have the mental fortitude to do what Kobe did. You would have folded. You would have folded under the pressure of Los Angeles Lakers basketball lore. Especially if we flip the switch and put Tracy McGrady in Kobe's spot and put Kobe in Tracy's spot. And we give Tracy McGrady the same run when Shaq was with the Lakers. And Tracy gets his three-peat. Tracy not winning those other two. Because Tracy would have saw Shaq won without him and wouldn't have worked any harder. And Kobe knew that. See, the reason why Tracy McGrady is doing all that jocking, whatever you want to call it, is because they fell out after a while because Tracy didn't have that same drive. You talking about a man and Kobe Bryant who won an NBA Finals and was back in the gym that same night and would not leave the court every single day until he made 1,000 shots. Till he made 1,000 shots. And I'm not discrediting any NBA player's work ethic, especially at that time, because it take a lot of work to get there. It take a lot of work to maintain it. It take a lot of work to be in the league, to stay in the league, to stay relevant in the league. It take a lot of work, but there's levels to this. Yes, you got more work ethic than this guy that is not in the NBA. But then when you hear, there's guys that, then when you hear together, there's guys that elevate. Kobe was here with his work ethic. Kobe was here with his drive and his mentality. Kobe is my favorite basketball player. Kobe is my GOAT. Yes, this is more of a opinion biasness, but we are going to use the facts here too. We are going to use the fact that Kobe improved after losing to the Celtics that first time. Kobe improved. Kobe made sure that the Orlando Magic didn't make it into an actual series in hindsight. But go back and watch the NBA Finals in 2009. Every game was close. Them games was close. And then when it came time to Game 7, 2010, Kobe didn't have his best game. But Kobe made all the shots that needed to be made, or made all the plays that needed to be made at the right times to win that series. Kobe had a great series against the Celtics. Game 7, it was rough on both ends. It was a low-scoring game. It was still dead ball. But Kobe made the right decisions every time. He fed the ball to Ron Artest with 37 seconds left. Because it was the right thing. Because he's like, for once, I'm taking a step back. I'm not taking this shot. And it's not the mentality of, I can't do it, I won't do it. But I need to beat these Celtics. If I'm going to be considered a Los Angeles Laker great, I need to redeem myself of losing against these guys in 2008. And he did. And dude, if it wasn't the Celtics, Kobe taking a shot. Kobe's taking that shot. Not Artest. Kobe's taking the shot. But this disrespect on Kobe, like he didn't carry a multiple sorry ass Lakers teams to the playoffs. We gonna disrespect Kobe Bryant that put up 81. Ain't nobody put up 81 cents. We've had some close calls, but ain't nobody put up 81 cents. Everybody get capped at like 73. But We have justified. We have justified, and not only just justify, but happily accepted losing mentality. Which brings up my next point. The ring theory, the ring argument, the ring chasing argument. See, this shit is so shallow. Because the first thing people go to discredit Jordan's 6 rings go, well, Horry has 7. So your ring culture don't matter. But was Horry ever the number one guy? No. And Horry, to his credit, set himself up in great situations to be a world champion like that. Matter of fact, he made the difference when it mattered the most. They didn't call him Big Shot Horry for nothing. You 2-peat with the Rockets, you 3-peat with the Lakers, then you go win 2 with the Spurs. He knew what teams to go to, and every single time his name and number got called, he delivered. He delivered. But we're talking about guys who are number one. Without shadow of a doubt, you are the guy. When the ball is in your hand, when it comes time to the last minute, we need you to make a difference on offense. We need you to go back on defense and make a difference. Uplift your team. You are the leader of this team. Your Michael Jordans, your LeBrons, your Kobe, your Duncans, your let's knock it down without rings. Your Damian Lillards before he went to Milwaukee. Your Steph Currys. Your Tracy McGrady's. Your Vince Carter's. The guy. Your Dirk Nowitzki's. The guy. You are the leader, the captain of this team. That's where the rings come into play. Okay, you the guy, so now what? Now what? What happened when it mattered the most? When it mattered the most. And understand that I cannot discredit LeBron's rings besides that bubble one. But it's part of the history. It's part of the history. Everybody know me. I don't fuck everybody. Everybody see the bubble as a Mickey Mouse ring, except for the bronze-sexuals. And don't give me that. Well, if Miami would have won, then you wouldn't be saying that at all. Yes, the fuck we would. It was a bubble Mickey Mouse ring, regardless of who won it. And that was the same way at the MLB level. That was the same way at the NHL level. Hell, the Dodgers don't even really consider that a real championship that they won in 2020. And they proved that in their parade in 2024. They proved that this past year. They proved that shit. LeBron went to 10. Okay. Not knocking that. It's hard to get through 10. People, he played the weekends. You play the competition that you play against. You do. But he knows that he's not going to be at that level as Jordan. He knows he's not even at that level as fucking Kobe Bryant. So now he come out and go, well, you're going to discredit Steve Nash because he ain't got a ring? Or you going to discredit this guy because he ain't got a ring? You going to discredit that guy that doesn't have a ring? Nobody said that any of these guys that are ringless, your Hardens, your Nashes, your I'm trying to think of some other guys off the top of my head. Just use those just for your Tracy McGrady's. We're not saying these guys weren't great basketball players. But these are guys that were number ones that did not win. They just didn't win. Think about it. It's like, let's switch sports. Let's go to the NFL real quick, right? Everybody knows that the Buffalo Bills went to 4 straight Super Bowls and lost 4 straight Super Bowls. Do you see anybody putting Jim Kelly in the top 3? Do you see anybody putting the head coach Marv Levy in the top 3? Now imagine If the Bills would have won 3 out of 4, then we put them up there in the top 10. We put them in the top 3. You want to know why Belichick number 1? Because Belichick won. What a shocker. 6 rings as a head coach, 2 as an assistant. Belichick got 8 rings. He won. You want to know why Brady's the fucking GOAT? The upper echelons above everybody else that has played quarterback or hell, even players in general, because he's won. Now let's flip Brady's record. Are we considering Brady the fucking GOAT all of a sudden? So this is why I say the losing shit is bullshit. Because we're not going to discredit the rings that you got, but at the end of the day, you have a losing record. You have a losing record. Remember, Brown went to 10. Guess who also went to 10? Brady. Brady went to 10. What's the difference? Brady went 7-3. That's a winning record. LeBron went 4-6. That's a losing record. That's a losing record. And now it's gotten to the point where it's like, oh, we got to justify, come up with excuse after excuse. For what? For what? To tear down Kobe? To tear down Kobe. LeBron's the GOAT, but he done lost 6 NBA finals. Nobody would put Jordan in the GOAT conversation if he went 2-4 in those 6 finals. Hey, you got 2, but you lost 4. Plain and simple. If Kobe went 2-5 in the NBA finals, hey, you got 2, but you lost 5. Lost 5. Shaq, he went 4-1. Flipped that record. We consider Shaq the most dominant center of all time. Duncan lost 1, went 5-1. Reverse that. We calling Duncan the big fundamental? Hey, I want to know why Nash is not considered in the top 10? Because he didn't win. Now, you break it down by position and all that other stuff, skill set, then we start having that conversation. But overall, Nash is not in the top 10. He didn't win. And I'm not even saying that he choked, but he didn't win. He got bested by the Spurs, and if it wasn't the Spurs, it was the Los Angeles Lakers. Because when it mattered the most, Duncan stepped up. When it mattered the most, Kobe stepped up. Regardless of if the Suns were the favorites or not, they stepped up. But when LeBron was the favorite, choked against Orlando, choked against Boston, choked against Dallas. That's 3 straight years of choking. I'm not going to use that what the league gave him the Thunder. The Thunder earned their way to that finals. They beat the Lakers. They beat the Lakers' ass and then beat the defending champions. They earned that run. They were too young. That Spurs series, part 1, LeBron better thank Ray Allen because LeBron would be 3-7. He better thank Ray Allen. Did we forget that in 2015, LeBron and my Cleveland Cavaliers, the shirt that I'm wearing, this is the 2015 Eastern Conference Championship shirt. That year. 2-1 lead. Let's go to 2016. 3-1 comeback. The number one thing everybody goes, well, if Draymond Green didn't get suspended in Game 5, LeBron wouldn't have that ring. And I benefit from that ring. I'm a Cavs fan. Benefited from that. Love that ring. Love that championship. Hold it near and dear to my heart. But I can also be realistic and be honest. And I don't put that on Draymond getting suspended Game 5. I don't. Matter of fact, I don't do that at all. Draymond played in Game 6 and only scored 6 points. Draymond played in Game 7 and scored 32 and 28 within the first 3 quarters. The reason why the Cavs won is because Bogut went down with an injury. Notice how easy it was for LeBron James and Kyrie Irving to score inside the paint when the Warriors rim protector went down. And anybody that knows me personally knows that I said that was going to be a difference. I didn't call us winning it. I was nervous about us winning it. But I did say that is a series changer. It wasn't Draymond's suspension. Draymond played 2 more games after that. I hate that narrative. Draymond played 2 more games after that. He played game 6. He played game 7. And balled out in game 7. Matter of fact, had me nervous like a motherfucker. Because I'm like, we really about to lose at the hands of Draymond Green. But the Cavs kept getting inside because Bogut wasn't there. And what was the Warriors' response to that? They grabbed not 1, not 2, but 3 rim protectors. They grabbed Kevin Durant, which that is one of the most underrated part about his game, is that he has, for his size and stature, because he's 7 foot tall or almost 7 foot tall, but he's skinny and he doesn't really play the 4 or the 5 all like that. But for his position and how he plays, he does good at preventing guys getting to the bucket. Then they grabbed. I think David West is on the team the year before. No. They grabbed David West afterwards, if my memory serves me right. And then Zaza was solid there as well on limited minutes. But the biggest difference maker inside was JaVale McGee. See, you people don't want to give credit to your JaVales and stuff like that. You guys that go out there and score like 3-4 points, but they make the biggest difference off the stat sheet. JaVale made a difference. And notice how the Cavs couldn't go inside. They couldn't go inside, especially when JaVale and Kevin Durant was on that court together. It was nothing. You couldn't do shit. And then LeBron backs away from Kevin Durant. Then LeBron makes an excuse about that hand. But in 2018. But I seen him dribbling with that hand, and he was dapping up his family members and friends with that hand. That hand wasn't broken. He was bullshitting because he knew the series was over. But since then, we have justified this. We have justified that losing is okay because somebody came up short. Remember, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8. That was a reference to LeBron being arrogant and saying, this is how many rings we really going to win in Miami. We going to win more than 8. We ain't going to stop at 8. And he was there for 4 years. He got 2. Give him that credit. But you also lost 2. You went 2 and 2. That's an even record. Meaning average. Meaning mid. So now mid is okay. And in the process, we have downplayed Kobe Bryant. A man who went out there and won. A man that went to every single one of his critics and did not shit on anybody. He just went out there and played and shut them up with his play. That's who we disrespect him. To elevate somebody else or to justify somebody else. When Michael had his critics, he went out there and shut them the fuck up. When the critics say he can't beat Boston, he beat Boston. When his critics say he couldn't beat Detroit, he beat Detroit. He did. Why are we still having the same talking narratives on LeBron James 10 years later? Why are we still having the same talking topics about LeBron James 15 years later? It's the same thing, even with his rings. Even with his rings, the national pundits ain't doing it no more, but we are. And he know it too. That's why he keep saying all that bullshit. That's why he keep lying. That's why he keep saying, I deserve my respect. Y'all better give me my respect. A man or any person who has respect from others don't need to ask for it. He knows that he has that respect. Again, this is Tyrell from the Nosebleeds. We are going to stop disrespecting Kobe Bryant. I will stick up for Kobe Bryant every single time because, one, and I will admit this along with LeBron James, a lot of part was because I watched LeBron growing up. But I would definitely say Kobe number one because Kobe was really the first superstar I watched, and then Bron was like the first regular superstar I was able to watch. But my earliest memory of basketball is not Cavs basketball. It's actually Lakers basketball more than anything, and that's the God's honest truth. I do remember being a child watching the Lakers and Detroit go at it, and watching Detroit and San Antonio going at it, and watching the whole Western Conference just battle it out. That was my first true experience of like basketball. I really didn't pay attention to the Cavs till about 05, 06 ish when I just started paying attention to them more. That's just based off of my memory. But I do remember like watching Kobe play. Like I said, I talk about a series that he lost, and I still was amazed by Kobe Bryant, and I loved how Kobe Bryant played the game all the way to the end. Loved how Kobe played, and it didn't stop. It didn't stop. I watched him lose against the Celtics, and I watched him live come back and beat Orlando. I watched him live and come back and beat Boston. I watched it all. I was able to enjoy Kobe Bryant. I was able to enjoy a little bit of 8 Kobe Bryant, but I definitely enjoyed 24 Kobe Bryant. And I will not take the disrespect. I will not sit here. I don't care if 3 people watch this. I will not sit here and watch y'all continuously disrespect Kobe Bean Bryant. Hell no. Get this shit together. Until next time. Peace.